Ciao Giulia. Bene, bene, da te?
Allora, noi partiamo gli anni passati. Allora, i vostri nomi stanno già registrati
Oggi non piove.
Light of the world. He's the light of the world.
Thank you. We're good.
Okay, quick, my friend. How are you? Good, good. Okay, lifetime. Well, yeah, right. Facciamo sta foto allora, dove lo facciamo? C'era
Yeah, right over there. The camera's over there.
Rudy.
It's right here. The camera.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so camera number one.
That's why we don't have an Italian flag.
Camera number two. Camera number three. All right, my camera over here. 3, 2, 1. And then I come with an additional camera, so please be patient. 3, 2, 1. And then. Okay, and then camera number 4. You got it?
One picture here, please. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Grazie. Grazie. Is that how you say thank you?
Grazie.
Grazie.
That's it. Yeah.
How are you? Good to see you as always.
Arriva alle basi. Oh, it's Italian porridge. Yes. In Italy, not here. We are here, but we did,
Great day for celebrating Italian Republic and being a Canadian of Italian heritage. How important that heritage it is to Canadians.
Allora, intanto è un bellissimo giorno, c'è anche il sole, quindi siamo ancora più pallido sole, siamo ancora più contenti. E certo, essere canadesi di origine italiana dà un elemento in più, che credo che consista nella creatività, nell'essere resistenti a tutto e flessibili, e si vede dal successo che la nostra diaspora qui in Canada, in particolare in Ontario, ha ottenuto. Quindi oggi festeggiamo la Repubblica da cui tutti veniamo, e poi cominciamo anche i festeggiamenti per l'Italian Heritage Month, un mese del retaggio culturale italiano, proprio per celebrare anche questo contributo dei nostri migranti a questo paese e a questa provincia in particolare.
Perfetto, grazie. Thank you. Morning.
So, I don't know. He's maybe the ultimate Italian. I know. I hope he's not upstairs. I want to be supportive. Bye.
have to figure out what's in person. You got the sheet, right? I gotta run, but I'm sorry. They keep me busy for so much.
Probabilmente quello davanti, come abbiamo fatto oggi. Ma I think it's davanti.
Thank you.
Not bad. Hey. God bless you.
Silvana Di Pollo, oggi iniziano questi festeggiamenti qui a Queen's Park, ma sarà un mese importante, soprattutto il congresso che ha organizzato questo viaggio importantissimo attraverso le ferrovie del Canada.
Sì, noi siamo, come si dice, ansiosi di iniziare questo viaggio. Domani si inizia a Ottawa con l'alzabandiere al nostro Marconi Center a Ottawa. E poi da lì si parte per Vancouver e iniziamo il nostro viaggio. E ho qui con me il signor Luciano Bentenuto che si occupa delle preparazioni col treno.
Grazie, no, infatti quest'anno è un po' particolare, il 50° anniversario del congresso e abbiamo preparato qualcosa di straordinario. Io vado a Vancouver, parto con il treno e farò la gira attraverso tutto il Canada e ritornare dove tutti gli italiani hanno arrivato, qui in Halifax a Pier 21. Sarà un viaggio pieno di emozioni, allora sono pure ansioso un po'.
In rappresentanza della polizia italiana che appunto sostiene questo grande viaggio perché è il viaggio degli italiani.
Sì, esatto.
E quindi noi seguiremo questo bellissimo viaggio.
Sì, e per coloro che ci seguono, che vogliono essere parte delle celebrazioni, noi abbiamo la nostra serata di gala qui a Toronto il 14 di giugno e c'è qualche biglietto ancora disponibile.
Bene, poi ci organizzeremo meglio.
Grazie.
3, 2, 1.
Please, can I give just my
Yes, of course.
Sweet. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Over here, please.
All right.
One more picture.
We should get the Consul General from Italy as well to join us.
Consul General from Italy. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's
I'm 70% Iberian Italian.
To come join us. So.
They come again?
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Pleasure to see you. Please join us right here.
Michael.
He's the head of the
Michael,
Italian
yes.
Veterans.
Where you want?
Of course. Anybody.
Now I need another one with my phone. Yeah, you come. Mike, you got stuck in the middle. Your suit is too beautiful.
Stay where?
We'll start
Let's
here.
get one right here. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Very nice.
And we'll just move along. So.
3, 2, 1.
And then on me, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Did we get all the phones?
Share the photos to each other because you're getting
longer.
All right, airdrop. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Good? Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. There you go.
Mr. Minister, the importance of remembering this day, raising the flag, what does that mean to the new generation of Canadian and Italian heritage?
You know, I think Italo-Canadians, especially the first, second, third generation, we look back with a sense of pride. You know, the humility of our parents and grandparents, great-grandparents coming to Canada on a boat with nothing. That is the ultimate testimony to their courage. And they worked hard so that we can have the best country on earth and that people like me could get elected. So we stand on their shoulders. And so I just want to say thank you, grazie mille, to the Italo-Canadian community for being an example to the world of what a hardworking, committed, patriotic, loving community can be. I want to think about my grandmothers, grandfathers, and both my parents who hail from Sora in Lazio and Bari in Puglia, beautiful parts of Italy, and great communities from every region of the world are here. So thank you to the Italian community for making our democracy, our economy, our country stronger, the best in the world.
Mr. Minister.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Oh, such a pleasure. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Minister. May I have a very short comment?
Maybe afterwards. I'll see how much time. You got this one?
Now I can smile.
Before I was okay.
How are you?
Mr. Minister, Mr. Minister, 2024, raising the flag, what does that mean to the early immigrants and to the new generation?
Per noi questo è un giorno molto importante sia per quelli che sono venuti dall'Italia che quelli che sono nati qui e anche le prossime generazioni, perché se non parliamo la nostra lingua, se non celebriamo chi siamo, siamo perduti, sia gli anziani che i giovani. Noi gli anziani ci hanno dato tutto e questo è un giorno che possiamo dire a loro grazie per tutto quello che avete fatto. Per i giovani è un momento di ispirazione, di speranza, di orgoglio, di sapere le loro origini. E perché questo è importante? Perché uno che sa da dove viene non si perde. E con tutti questi problemi che vediamo per tutto il mondo, i giovani che si trovano con tanti pericoli per la strada, perché non è facile la vita. Sapendo da dove viene, parlando la lingua, a stare in contatto con la famiglia, questi sono principi che ci danno a noi il futuro. E il futuro io penso che è bello perché vedendo una giornata come oggi e tutto quello che sta succedendo per non solo Toronto ma tutto il Canada per celebrare l'italianità, ci dà a noi l'ispirazione di sapere che abbiamo fatto qualcosa buono qui e continuiamo il collegamento tra noi e le nostre radici, l'Italia.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why I never took anybody.
Hey, how are you? Good.
Rudy Pizzetto, oggi si festeggia questo appunto la Repubblica Italiana anche qui a Toronto, a Queen's Park. Tu sei un membro del Parlamento, rappresenti l'Italia.
It's an honor to celebrate Italian Heritage Month right here in Ontario. As being a son of an Italian immigrant, when my parents and my grandparents immigrated to Mississauga, Port Credit in 1950, you know, Italians were not respected at that time. Today, we have a great Italian community all across Ontario and Canada. And we have 1.5 million Canadians of Italian origin that live in Canada, about 1 million right here in Ontario. And I'm proud to be a son of an Italian immigrant that came to Canada to make a better life for themselves.
you guys.
Nice to see you. It's been a while. How are you? Good. Ciao ciao. Come va?
Buongiorno Angela,
Buongiorno.
rappresenti la scuola italiana.
Sì, grazie.
Quindi anche questo è un giorno importante per te ma per i tuoi ragazzi che studiano l'italiano, grazie al grande lavoro che fate voi insegnanti qui in Canada.
Grazie, sì è vero, stiamo cercando di fare il nostro meglio per salvaguardare la lingua italiana per i ragazzi che stanno prendendo questa lingua, non solo per mantenere viva la loro cultura, ma per far crescere i ragazzi continuamente sul fatto che imparando una lingua come l'italiano, qualsiasi terza lingua, fa molto bene al loro sviluppo cognitivo, fisico, in tutti i sensi, sociale, e allora stiamo cercando di mantenere questa lingua nelle scuole.
La vostra è una grande sfida perché è la sfida che porterà poi a continuare la cultura, l'identità italiana, perché la lingua italiana, la lingua di un popolo è l'identità.
Esatto, infatti tanti genitori sono molto contenti che io sto cercando di salvaguardare questa lingua perché sono fieri. Noi siamo, non come tutte le altre culture, ma siamo fieri di dove le nostre origini. I nostri genitori hanno fatto di tutto per creare questa bella nazione e vogliamo continuare a ricordare anche la nuova generazione che devono essere anche loro fieri di questo.
E poi la cosa bella è che aiutate tanti altri qui in Canada a visitare i luoghi di origine in Italia, quindi avete anticipato già da tempo il ritorno, il turismo delle radici.
È vero, infatti ogni anno abbiamo un aumento di ragazzi che vogliono venire proprio su queste gite e facciamo un scambio culturale con quelli in Italia, i ragazzi in Italia e con i nostri, e si sviluppa un rapporto sempre più unito che aiuta a aumentare la riconoscenza di questo bel paese. Sì.
Bravi, complimenti.
Grazie a lei. Grazie.
Last August, we celebrated the 90th anniversary of the Christie Pit riots here in Toronto. The story isn't just a Jewish story.
So what I'm saying is that I sent
yes, this market
And that's why so many homes were built by Jews.
He was big in the Italian community. He did the honor for support.
That's right, Ali. Thank you.
They have a theater, they've got their CIBPA chapter needed to be done.
No, scusa, Anthony, oggi è un giorno importante anche per la Repubblica Italiana, ma voi che avete questa associazione che sostiene gli imprenditori italo-canadesi.
Yeah, I mean, La Festa della Repubblica, which we celebrated yesterday, and today the flag raising. These are all important occasions to mark our community, our pride in our heritage, and to carry forward traditions. And events like this are just so important because they're so visible to everybody in the province, and we take great pride in them.
15 minutes. Done. Get them off the seat.
Hey, ciao.
Congratulations, Minister Lecce.
Hey, folks.
Yeah.
See, it's true. So many people.
Honestly.
There you go, you're the
Throw it on your back.
How are you?
Relax.
I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you. Good to see you. I just want to say I got a video in the
Okay, let's get it away.
Yeah, we should scatter back.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. I just kindly ask you if we can make some room here because we do have the military who will be marching in this way. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome. So at this time, I would like for you to turn your attention to the military who will be marching in.
Vengono dall'altra parte.
Fila.
Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, it is with great pride and joy I stand before you today as the President of the National Congress of Italian Canadians Toronto District to celebrate the raising of the Italian flag here at Queen's Park. My name is Maria Cina, and welcome. If you aren't aware, June 2nd marked the 78th Italian Republic Day, and this month marks Ontario's 14th Italian Heritage Month. Being a Canadian of Italian heritage myself, this day and month and everything it stands for is incredibly special. As we celebrate La Festa della Repubblica, an Italian Heritage Month, it is a true honor to witness the Italian flag raising and to be your MC today. It is moments like these that remind us why preserving our Italian heritage is so important. The Italian flag is a symbol of unity, resilience, and pride. It represents the journey of many who left their homeland in search of a better life, bringing with them a rich culture, strong family values, and a strong spirit. Their legacy is evident in the thriving neighborhoods, the successful businesses, and cultural landmarks that are an integral part of our city. As we raise the flag today, let us remember and celebrate the achievements of all Italian Canadians. And without further ado, I would like to invite to the podium the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, the Honourable Ted Arnott.
Consuls General, members of Provincial Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, bonjour et bienvenue, good afternoon and welcome. It's my great pleasure as Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to join you today as we celebrate Italy's National Day, known as Republic Day, and raise the flag of Italy here at Queen's Park. And I know that I speak for all 124 members of Provincial Parliament when I say that we're delighted to have you here at the Assembly, our seat of government and the majestic symbol of parliamentary democracy in our province. I also want to acknowledge that we're meeting on lands traditionally inhabited by Indigenous peoples. We pay our respects to the many Indigenous nations who've gathered here and who continue to gather here, including the Mississaugas of the Credit. Each year on June the 2nd, Italian Canadians mark the founding of the Italian Republic. Over 1.6 million Canadians claim Italian heritage, and almost 1 million of them call Ontario home. Their impact on our province and our country cannot be overstated. Diversity has been and remains one of Ontario's great strengths. La diversité était et demeure une des grandes forces de l'Ontario. Et aujourd'hui, c'est un grand privilège pour moi d'être ici avec vous. So today we recognize and celebrate the many important contributions that Italian Canadians have made to the province of Ontario. We are grateful for all that you've done and all that you continue to do to strengthen our beloved province. Now, it's my honor to call forward the Consul General of Italy in Toronto, Mr. Luca Zellioli, to present a certificate in recognition of this special day. And it reads as follows. In celebration of the National Day of Italy, it's my great pleasure, on behalf of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, to send you our heartfelt congratulations for this important occasion. Thank you and happy Republic Day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. At this time, I would like to call Mr. Luca Zellioli, Consul General of the Italian Republic in Toronto.
Buongiorno, Mr. Speaker, dear Ministers of the Ontario Government, members of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, distinguished colleagues of the Consular Corps, representatives of the Italian communities, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be at the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, the democratic heart of the province, to have the Italian flag-raising ceremony on the occasion of the 78th anniversary of the Italian Republic. On June the 2nd, 1946, the Italian people opted through a referendum to create the Republic. Siamo fieri dei suoi risultati. We are proud of the achievement. Italy is one of the world's leading economies, one of the world's leading democracies, and a responsible member of the international community. For example, our military personnel is participating in various international missions. And we are the current chair of the G7. And in this delicate role, recently our President of the Council of the Minister, Giorgia Meloni, was in Toronto for a successful meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister, as Ottawa will be the group chair next year. However, we live in a changing world, and the war of aggression against Ukraine is still raging. Instability, terrorism, and conflict afflict also other regions, tragically affecting also a land that is sacred to the three main monotheistic religions of the world. Italy continues to adapt to these new challenges, and the Republic also counts on its citizens and recognizes a special cultural bond with communities of Italian descent abroad. A bond that we are reviving through many activities. 2024 has been indeed declared by our government Year of the Italian Roots in the world. This is particularly important here in Ontario, where almost 1 million Canadians are of Italian descent, the largest of our community in Canada. I am grateful to the Ontario province for having received so many compatriots, creating over time the right conditions for their successful integration in today's multicultural system. Italy and Ontario are close partners in many fields. The Consulate has reorganized its working modalities, and last year we reached new records in providing consular services to our large community. But this reorganization has also allowed us to devote more attention in promoting cultural and economic ties. I am glad to report that, for example, since our last flag raising, Italian investments in this province substantially increased. This has been possible thanks to the synergies with our Cultural Institute, the Italian Chamber of Commerce of Ontario, the Trade Commission, Agenzia ICE, and the National Tourist Board. But we have as well a deeper cooperation with many Italian or Italian-Canadian entities, like the Italian-Canadian National Congress, Comites, Villa Charities, the Italian Contemporary Film Festival. On the Republic Day, I must recognize the military and former combatant associations, always present and supportive with their extraordinary dedication. Thank you very much for being with us. I cannot mention all, but I must also highlight the importance of the so many associations based on regional or geographical origin of their members in Italy. I might even say that almost all the Italian regions and so many Italian towns are active here in Ontario. This flag raising is in particular dedicated to all these associations, organizations, clubs and entities. Thank you for keeping up the Italian flag all the year round. In celebrating the anniversary of the Italian Republic, I do not forget, of course, that June is recognized as Italian Heritage Month. This is il mese del retaggio culturale italiano. We officially inaugurated it in Ontario with yesterday beautiful illumination of the Italian colors of the Niagara Falls. But many other initiatives are in pipeline. For example, Chin Picnic in Toronto's Little Italy this year will see a boost by a huge Italian pavilion hosting Lazio, Basilicata and Molise regions together with our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the Italian Contemporary Film Festival will extend further its activities in the Distillery District, ending a wonderful exhibition of Federico Fellini. Our air acrobatic patrol, Frecce dei Colori, will be at the Quinta International Show in Trenton at the end of this month, spectacularly closing the Italian Heritage Month. So, grazie a tutti per celebrare oggi con noi la Repubblica Italiana.
Grazie. At this time, I ask Consulate Mr. Taglioni, we are going to be raising the flag, and we're going to start off with the Italian national anthem, followed by the Canadian national anthem. think you can take a seat now. At this time, I'm going to be inviting a few members of the Legislative Assembly to bring greetings. And I'm going to start off with the Honorable Michael Tibolo, MPP and Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addiction for the Progressive Conservative Party.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buon pomeriggio. It's a real honor for me to be here, and it really stirs up a lot of emotions for me to see the Italian flag raised at Queen's Park. Especially when you think back of how things were in the past, not just for the Italians, but for all the immigrants that came to this country. You can't help but be proud to know how far we've come in such a short time. You know, I think back when we started talking about Italian Heritage Month in 2009 to create a month to recognize what the Italians had done and contributed to the province. And I remember back then trying to think, what month should we pick? What should we do to celebrate? And the month that came to mind was June. Now, if you wonder why June is an important month, you heard the 2nd of June, la Festa della Repubblica, a very important day in the history of Italy. June 10th, 1940, few people may remember, but a lot of younger generations may have forgotten what it was like to be an Italian in 1940. You see, back then, the Italians were interned. And many, many Italians, not just in Ontario, but across Canada, lost everything that they had and they had built. And so it's a day that we don't celebrate, but we have to remember. Because when you lose your past, you lose the track of your past, you will destined to repeat those problems. And aren't we seeing terrible things happening today in this world when we forget the importance of democracy and the things that make us who we are, this amazing country and province. Another date for some people, because remember, Italy is a Catholic country. It started as it is a Catholic country. It is, of course, the seat of the Vatican and the Holy See. June 13th, San Antonio di Padova. Per quelli che sono Italiano, you will know who that saint is, and you recognize him because many pray to him and ask for intercessions. Another date that's really, really important that a lot of people forget, because many people have studied in the past, and thanks to someone like the Minister of Education who's setting the record straight and making sure that people understand our history. John Cabot, Giovanni Caboto, 1497, June 24th, is when he set eyes on Buona Vista, and he said, Buona Vista, and of course, that's where he first landed in Newfoundland and discovered North America. So the first European to come over was an Italian. Yes, under the English flag, but it was an Italian. So these are important dates. And why is it important that we celebrate not just June for the Italians, but all the cultures when the flag goes up? Why do we celebrate them? The work that I do as a Minister for Mental Health and Addictions, it's very clear. People get sick, people have issues when it relates to their personal mental well-being, and many times with the addictions that come from that, many times because they've lost their way. They've forgotten their language, they've forgotten their culture, they've forgotten where they came from and who they are. And so days like today, months like today, and every time a flag is raised at Queen's Park that's not the Ontario flag, it's a reminder that we have family, that we have to recognize and love one another, and that we have to learn about each other so that we build a strong society that's going to continue fostering democracy and fostering the relationships that we want to see. I'm going to say a couple of words in Italian, so for the people that don't understand, I apologize, but it would be remiss if an Italian came to a microphone and didn't say a few words in Italian. Voglio iniziare prima di tutto di ringraziare le forze armate che stanno sempre presenti in tutte le cose che facciamo, non importa se è Von Woodbridge, Oshawa, Ajax, ovunque, stanno sempre presenti. I carabinieri, gli alpini, i marinai, la guardia d'onore del Pantheon, i bersaglieri, il marinai, penso che l'ho detto, comunque stanno tutti lì, stanno sempre lì. E mi dà pena, e voi diciamo grazie che stanno sempre con noi. I numeri stanno a diminuire. Mi ricordo i primi anni che abbiamo fatto questa festa all'Alta Barriera, ce ne stavano tanti di più, quasi il doppio. Però continuano di venire, continuano di stare con noi, e per questo ci danno un grande orgoglio, perché rappresentano la patria d'Italia e vivono qui tra noi.
Agli anziani che stanno qui vi voglio ringraziare perché io parlo italiano, sono nato qui perché i miei genitori mi hanno sempre parlato in italiano. Ho i valori italiani, i valori sono in base di quello che è successo in casa. Non dimenticate di parlare ai vostri nipotini, ai vostri figli, e ricordare da dove siete venuti, i sacrifici che avete fatto. E quelli che sono della mia età, potete vedere che ce ne stanno tanti ministri qui. Questo per me è un altro grande orgoglio, perché questo rappresenta il fatto da dove siete venuti voi, la spinta che ci avete dato, ci ha portato noi a questi posti dove adesso noi facciamo parte di un governo importante della provincia, ma anche a livello federale. E per quello voglio ringraziare tutti quelli che hanno fatto questi sacrifici per dare a noi la possibilità di stare qui. E alla fine i bambini, voglio sempre ricordare la gioventù, perché la gioventù è il futuro. Senza loro noi sicuramente come anziani un giorno ci perdiamo, perché loro devono portare avanti i nostri valori, la nostra lingua e la nostra cultura. E non vogliamo arrivare al punto che si perde la cultura perché si è perso la lingua. Dunque dobbiamo continuare di parlare italiano con i nostri figli, quando abbiamo l'opportunità di parlare con gli altri, ed è importante. I'm going to leave it with that and just simply say thank you for coming out in such large numbers. When this started, we just didn't know where it was going to go, but there are hundreds of events taking place all over Canada, starting on June 1st till June 30th, celebrating all things Italian. That makes me extremely proud. And never forget the roots that we came from. You know, Andreotti, when he came to Toronto, was with Brian Mulrooney. Mulrooney looked out and he said, look at the skyline of Toronto. You see the skyline? It was built by the Italians. And then he finished off the sentence by saying, now they own it. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Minister Tivolo. At this time, I'd like to call to the podium MPP Tom Rakocevic from the New Democratic Party of Ontario.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Queen's Park. I want to first recognize and thank the Consul General of Italy, all Italian organizations, associations, and individuals who made this day possible. I want to congratulate as well the minister who just spoke, who was instrumental at the beginning of making Italian Heritage Month possible, and congratulate the many proud Italian Canadian MPPs that are assembled before you here today on this day. Congratulations to you all. Again, I'm MPP Tom Rakocevic here representing the Ontario NDP and the leader of the official opposition, Marit Stiles. I'm so proud to be with you here in honor of Italy's National Day and the beginning of Italian Heritage Month in Ontario. Certainly a well-deserved recognition, as Italians have one of the world's most proud histories. Throughout the ages, Italians stand tall amongst humanity's greatest names in philosophy, science, sports, culture, art, music, fashion, and so much more. Their accomplishments fill entire libraries, and their legacies have changed the world for all of us. Here, Ontario owes a great debt of gratitude to the Italian immigrants who came here with nothing but hope and literally helped build and shape our great province with their hands, their hearts, and their minds. They worked so hard and raised their children with strong values and taught them how to be successful. And that gift of life and love, support, and knowledge that they passed on continues to their grandchildren and great-grandchildren and all the proud generations of the future that lie ahead, each shaping Canada in their own ways. It is true that we must all thank our great country, but whatever opportunities Canada has given Italian Canadians, they have repaid back 10 times and more. Sono onorato di condividere questo evento oggi per riconoscervi e soprattutto per ringraziarvi. Buona messa del patrimonio italiano e buona festa della Repubblica. Viva l'Italia! And now I would like to present a scroll from NDP leader Marit Stiles to the Consul General.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Czolek. Our next speaker is Bonnie Crombie from the Ontario Liberal Party.
Well, buonasera a tutti. What a beautiful day you have brought us here. So I stand before you, the most Scottish-sounding Polish woman, yet an honorary Italian, okay? That's how I'm going to open. So welcome. It's such an honor and a privilege to welcome you all to this very special flag-raising ceremony in celebration of National Day of Italy. Together we're going to commemorate the rich cultural heritage, history, and contributions of the Italian community, who, as Minister Tobolo said, really went a long way to building not only this city, this province, and this country. And not to mention the influence you've had right around the world. The National Day of Italy, also known as Festa della Repubblica, marks a significant moment in Italian history. On June 2nd, 1946, the Italian people made a historic choice to embrace a republican form of government, paving the way for a new era of democracy, freedom, and unity. This day is a testament to the resilience, determination, and spirit of the Italian people. Here in Ontario, we are fortunate to be home to this vibrant and dynamic Italian community. The contributions of the Italian Canadians have enriched our province in countless ways. From arts, music, culture, business, politics, architecture, and beyond. Your hard work, your dedication, your strong sense of community have left an indelible mark on the social and cultural fabric of our society. And as we raise the Italian flag today, let us celebrate the enduring friendship and the strong ties between Canada and Italy. This flag raising symbolizes the shared values of democracy, freedom, mutual respect that bind our two nations together. It also serves as an important reminder of the diversity and inclusivity in building a stronger, more vibrant community. To our Italian friends and neighbors, thank you. Thank you again for sharing your rich cultural heritage with us. And once again, we welcome this flag raising. Let us all join together in celebrating the National Day of Italy and the wonderful contributions of the Italian community to our province and to our country. Grazie a tutti, auguri, and I would be remiss if I didn't ensure, since I see Frank Standardo sitting right here, to invite you all to Italfest in Mississauga on August 23rd and 24th. I'm sure we will always all see you there. Grazie and viva Italia. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I too have a script. I forgot, sorry. I can invite. Thank you. So at this time, I'd like to call up all the ministers to join me. I will be reading a scroll from the Premier of Ontario, the Honourable Doug Ford, to the Consulate. The National Day of Italy. Warm greetings to all the distinguished guests celebrating Italy's National Day, Festa della Repubblica. This marks the birth of the Italian Republic and the beginning of a modern nation. Since then, Italy has continued to grow as a major economic player, cultural powerhouse, and one of the pillars of democracy in Europe. Today is a day for Italian Canadians to reflect on the many contributions of Italy to the world. It is also a chance to reinforce the cultural, trade, and people-to-people bonds that we share. Ontario is proud to be home to many people with roots in Italy who have contributed tremendously to our culture, prosperity, and civic life. Best wishes for a meaningful celebration of Festa della Repubblica. The Honourable Doug Ford.
I'd like to call to the podium Ms. Michela Di Marco to bring greetings from the Comitas. She is the president of Comitas.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Consular General, elected officials, fellow Italians and friends. My name is Michela Di Marco. I'm President of Comitas Toronto, the elected committee representing Italians abroad for the District of Ontario, Manitoba and Northwest Territories. It is an immense honor and pleasure to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate two significant occasions: the Festa della Repubblica and the Italian Heritage Month here in Canada. These events are not only a time for celebration, but also a time for reflection on our rich cultural heritage, our shared history and values that bind us together as a community. On June 2nd, 1946, Italians made the choice to become a republic and to be guided by the constitutional values embodied in our constitutional chart. Today, we commemorate the pivotal moment in history when Italy embraced democracy, freedom, and unity. Values such as justice, equality, and solidarity should be the principle that inspire us as Italians and Italians in the world, especially in the current historical times when we should remember that only peace and inclusion are the answer to stronger communities. As we wave the Italian flag and sing our national anthem, let us remember the sacrifices made by our ancestors who paved the way for a brighter future with resilience and strength. Il mio pensiero va ai padri costituenti, che pur nella differenza di vedute, pensieri politici e opinioni, hanno saputo lavorare insieme per il bene collettivo del Paese e della Repubblica. A noi spetta il compito di rinnovare quei valori per la valorizzazione di ogni individuo e lo sviluppo delle minoranze. Come ha detto il Presidente della Repubblica, Sergio Mattarella, quando il diritto di un singolo viene negato è tutta la comunità a risentirne. June is also a special month for here in Canada, as we celebrate Italian Heritage Month. This is a time to recognize and celebrate the contribution of the Italian community to the cultural, social and economic fabric of Canada. From the early immigrants who arrived with dreams of a better life, to the current generation, make stride in various fields, our community has left an indelible mark on this great nation. As we celebrate, let's also take a moment to reflect on the importance of community and unity. Only if we come together to support one another, to celebrate our achievements and to overcome obstacles, we can continue to build bridges, foster understanding and promote the value that define us. Only together we can achieve great things and ensure that our heritage remain a source of pride and inspiration for a generation to come. On this note, I want to thank the Consulate General of Italy, in particular the Consular General Duca Zelioli, the National Congress of Italian Canadians, Toronto District and the President Maria Cina, the Canadian Italian Heritage Foundation, Minister Tibollo and all the minister who came together for this ceremony. Permettetemi di ringraziare il Canada e la provincia dell'Ontario che offrono alle diverse collettività e comunità di celebrare e preservare le tradizioni delle singole culture. Viva l'Italia, viva il Canada, Happy Italian Heritage Month!
Grazie, Michela. So now in closing, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for being here today. It has been an honor and a privilege to be here. This event is a testament to the rich tapestry of our cultures that make up our wonderful, vibrant city. Together, let's keep our Italian traditions alive for generations to come. Grazie mille to everyone who made today's celebration possible. Grazie to all who attended and continue to show their love and support for Italy. I now invite you all to join us for a reception hosted by Minister Michael Tibollo and the National Congress of Italian Canadians Toronto District. We will be in room 228 and 230. Thank you for joining us in this celebration. Viva l'Italia, viva la provincia dell'Ontario e viva il Canada. Grazie.
Andiamo giù noi.
Happy birthday again. All right, let's take a Mike might not be dead yet.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh, I don't know.
Grazie di tutto.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Put a face to a name. Yes.
Keeping Roberts.
Pleasure meeting you.
Where'd she go?
Thank you. Thank you.
Where she went.
Maria, that was so beautiful. But I need to have.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.